Second round draft pick. This song was born from something I heard my older sister say one time, which she believes entitles her to a writing credit. Let's just say that we have a difference of opinion about that. If this thing ever makes any money, if I don't take care of her, I'm sure that I'll get sued. But one time I heard her speaking to some friends of hers. She's a very sarcastic person and has a lot of great isms. And she was saying something about, because everyone kind of expects that if you're not married or if you're not in a committed relationship and with some kids or some kids on the way by the time you get to your late 20s, that's about the first question you get asked by everybody. Oh, do you have kids? Are you with someone? Oh. And then they assume that you must want that. So she said to her friends, she was talking, she said something like, I don't know. I don't even know if I want it. But if I have it, I'm fine with it. I'll be a second round draft pick. All the good ones are taken right now, but they won't all be. Statistics say that about 50, 60% of them will be available soon enough. So I'll just be a second round draft pick. And I thought, oh, that is too clever. I got to use that. That's a song title. And so I decided to use it in a story about someone who is kind of a late bloomer and didn't peak really early in life, but rather who was maybe a little awkward, a little, offbeat, didn't really know himself when he was younger, but now he's in his 30s or 40s and he's kind of figured himself out and he's comfortable in his own skin and, things are starting to look up and he's more attractive to just people in general, but women specifically, you know what I'm saying? And that's a little bit autobiographical. I really didn't know who I was when I was 20, 22, 25. I've become the person I've really become myself a little bit later in life, and I do relate to people easier now than I did back in those days. So I really understand the character in this song a lot. It reminds me a little bit too. I hate to use Louis C.K.'s name because he's in a lot of trouble right now, rightfully so, for what he's done. But he had a great comedy bit where he said, at 18 and you look like this, which I did, this is not so good. But at 45, this is okay. I relate to that. It makes me laugh. So anyway, that's kind of where the song came from. Now musically, I came up with this kind of funky thing. I wanted there to be a kind of a fun backbeat with a lot of interesting licks. And I invited a guest musician to be on this, which is a real pleasure and a thrill for me. A hero of mine named Bill Champlin, who was a vocalist and keyboardist for the band Chicago for 28 years. You might know him for things like, he was the lead singer on If You See Me Walking By and the Tears Are in My Eyes, Look Away, Baby, Look Away, among other things, but that was the biggest hit that he sang lead on. Anyway, I've been watching him for years, and he is a guy who has kind of a funky style and uses a lot of interesting isms, and I've had the pleasure of getting into correspondence with him over the last 15, 20 years through email and also social media. And I reached out and said, would you be interested in playing on this song? And he said yes, and he's a great Hammond organ player, so I had him do some organ parts, and then toward the latter part of the song, there's a nice little instrumental duel between him and Chris Pinnick, who also played in Chicago, who's my guitar player. So it was I had kind of an embarrassment of riches of help on this one. and there's sort of an organ guitar duel, and it's really fun. So this song's really fun for me because of using Tracy's funny phrase, and also because the personnel on it rocked, and I'd love to see this one get out there and get around a little bit. So I'd love that for any of my songs, but I think this one might even have a shot at it. So anyway, hope you enjoy this. I'm not the one you fell in love with at 18. I didn't take you to the prom. Everyone's best friend, nobody's boyfriend. But honey, those days are gone. It's true that high school wasn't when I hit my peak, but I'm finding lately things are looking up for me. I'll get drafted in the second round, and I don't let it get me down. No, 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 no. You're starting to think I look pretty good, just like I always knew you would. Yeah, 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 yeah. And when I finally settle down, it's gonna stick. So I'm proud to be a second round draft pick, yeah. Yeah. You all got married to the rowdies and the jocks, 'cause they were so hot and cool. Turns out that all they want to do is sit and rot, but they really had you fooled. But me and all the guys you never even saw have come into our own, and we are ready to lift off. I'll get drafted in the second round, and I don't let it get me down. No, 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 no. You're starting to think I look pretty good, just like I always knew you would. Yeah, 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 yeah. And when I finally settle down, it's gonna stick. So I'm proud to be a second round draft pick, yeah. Let go of the past, you needn't feel tense. You gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find a prince. I'll get drafted in the second round, and I don't let it get me down. No, 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 no. You're starting to think I look pretty good, just like I always knew you would. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I finally settle down, it's gonna stick. So I'm proud to be a second round draft pick, yeah. You got my number, ladies.